we are here making our second recipe out of the Plant Paradox cookbook. Last time we made funnel cakes and they were really good, so you should check out that video as well. So today we're making not bad pad thai. My husband thought it looked really good, so he picked this recipe out. Our ingredients today, we have cabbage, shrimp, white wine vinegar. It calls for rice vinegar, but this is what we have. We're gonna be using a little bit less of the white wine vinegar because I think it's a little more intense than rice vinegar would be. Olive oil, sesame oil. It calls for either fish oil, I think, or fish. It says fish or amino acids. This is what we have. We have the aminos, or liquid aminos. It's a soy sauce substitute, and it tastes the exact same. We have macadamia nuts. We added walnuts, garlic, and 1 egg, lime, I believe, let's see, basil and paprika. We have smoked paprika, it's the best. And then the noodles we are using is just a grain-free cassava spaghetti noodle. It calls for the Miracle Noodle, but we cannot find that anywhere for some reason, so I think that's gonna be just as good. And we're gonna start with cooking the noodles, and then start sauteing everything. All right, we have our water boiling. We're gonna put our Jovial grain-free spaghetti noodles in, and we also have our shrimp going. Right now they're cooking in avocado oil. We're gonna shell them and then saute them in butter, which I did not mention earlier, but we are also using butter for the shrimp. These noodles say they're going to cook 11 minutes. Our noodles have cooked. They cooked for 11 minutes. And they look really good for cassava noodles. This is our first time trying them. Looks like a noodle to me. All right, and we're gonna add some olive oil in with it so they don't stick together. We're also adding those good polyphenols that are so good for you. So you can never have too much. We have the oils heating up. We have the sesame and olive oil. And we're gonna add the garlic. It calls for 2 cloves. We have a bunch of small ones, so we're using like 7 because we really like garlic. This is also where you add the shrimp and broccoli slaw. We already cooked our shrimp, so we're not adding it right now. And we are not using broccoli slaw. We did not have that, so we are not doing that step. We're gonna just let this saute for a minute or so. And then we're gonna move on to this next step, which I believe is adding the cabbage and possibly the noodles. I need to recheck on that, but definitely the cabbage. It is time to crack the egg. Our garlic cooked pretty quickly, and it looks like this is going to as well. Let me know when you're ready. We are adding the rest of our ingredients to our saute pan. Noodles, our macadamia and walnuts, liquid aminos, one teaspoon of smoked paprika, basil leaves. We do not have fresh, we are using dried. And this is our white wine vinegar. Again, it called for rice vinegar. It called for 1 tablespoon of that, so I'm gonna do, well, maybe 3/4 of that with the white wine vinegar.
3, 2, 1, action.
I feel like that's it, but let's double check. We forgot about the cabbage. So we're adding that in now. We should have added that in before we did the noodles, but it's fine. These will,
It's gonna be great.
this will cut down or cook down. We added the cabbage and changed our pot to a bigger pot. We're just letting it cook. And let that oil get hot and saute it all together. All right, guys, here's our finished product. It does not look exactly like the photo, but we are missing some things like the fresh basil and all that, but I tried some earlier. It's super, super good. It hits the spot for pad thai for sure. All right, so I cannot wait to eat this, and we will definitely be making this recipe again. One more thing, if you like this channel, if you have tried this recipe, please let us know. Hit like or subscribe. Leave us a comment. We love to hear who's watching, how it's going for you guys, any tips or tricks, anything that you'd like to add to the recipe. We are all for that. Thank you. See you next time.